Once upon a snowy Christmas Eve in the heart of a mystical forest, a gathering unlike any other was taking place. This wasn't your average holiday party. It was a secret summit where the legends of Christmas met the enigmatic creatures of lore. The meeting was called by none other than Santa Claus himself, who had a pressing issue to discuss. Christmas was in jeopardy. The North Pole was abuzz with worry. A peculiar shadow had been circling Santa's workshop for weeks, spooking the reindeer and scattering the elves. One by one, elves had begun to disappear, and even a few reindeer had gone missing. The workshop was in chaos, and the preparations for Christmas were falling apart. Even Mrs. Claus had seen the shadow, a tall, shaggy figure moving stealthily in the Arctic snow. Santa suspected it might be one of the cryptids, but he knew he needed answers before jumping to conclusions. Knowing he couldn't face this threat alone, Santa decided to call upon both his trusted Christmas allies and the cryptids of legend to unravel the mystery.
On a silent Christmas Eve, the snow began to fall, but something dark and eerie cast a shadow over all. The reindeer shook with worry, the elves had gone astray. Santa knew the time had come to face what blocked the way. A chill was in the air, the lights began to fade. Whispers in the forest spoke of plans that must be made. Santa called upon the ones who'd seen the strange and bold to gather round the fire's glow and hear what must be told. The Christmas magic's fading, the bells no longer ring. A mystery is growing and it's threatening everything. The legends must assemble their wisdom and their might to save the heart of Christmas on this dark and starless night. From the depths of hidden valleys to the peaks of icy hills came the ones with ancient stories and the strength to face the chills. Santa stood before them, his voice was calm but grave. He said, "This season's on the brink, and only you can save." The shadow looms above us, the North Pole feels its weight. Our reindeer have been frightened, our elves have met their fate. We need your help, your knowledge, your courage and your skill, for Christmas needs its guardians to fight and to rebuild. The Christmas magic's fading, the bells no longer ring. A mystery is growing and it's threatening everything. The legends must assemble their wisdom and their might to save the heart of Christmas on this dark and starless night. Santa's eyes were fierce but kind, his words were crystal clear. This isn't just about this night, it's why we're all still here. The stories that we carry, the wonder that we weave, are what the world depends on every single Christmas Eve. So the call went out through snow and wind to places near and far, to every hidden legend beneath the moon and stars. United by the purpose of saving all that's good, they came to answer Santa's call just as they knew they should. The Christmas magic's fading, the bells no longer ring. A mystery is growing and it's threatening everything. The legends must assemble their wisdom and their might to save the heart of Christmas on this dark and starless night. So if you hear the stories of a meeting deep and rare, where legends came together in a forest cold and bare, know this was how it started, the team that took the lead to solve the Christmas mystery and plant the season seed.
Santa arrived at the clearing first, his sleigh gliding to a halt in a puff of sparkling snow. The Grinch trudged out next, grumbling but oddly cheerful now that his heart had grown 3 sizes. "I'm here, Claus. Let's get this over with," he muttered, dragging a sack filled with who knows what. Moments later, the cryptids began to appear. Bigfoot lumbered in, his massive frame silhouetted against the moonlight. "I've been keeping an eye on the forests," he said in a deep, gravelly voice. "It's not one of mine." The Grinch rolled his eyes. "Of course it's not your fault," he sneered. "Nothing ever is. Maybe if you weren't stomping around scaring everyone, we wouldn't even have this problem." Bigfoot's eyes narrowed. "Watch it, green guy. I've seen trees with more backbone than you." Santa raised a gloved hand. "Enough, both of you. We're here to save Christmas, not argue." Mothman fluttered down from the sky, his glowing red eyes scanning the group. "Whatever it is, it's not natural," he intoned ominously. Frosty the Snowman waddled into the clearing, his corncob pipe puffing little clouds of frost. "Cheer up, folks. It's Christmas Eve. We'll figure this out together," he said with a jolly laugh. Nessie peeked out from a nearby frozen pond, her long neck craning toward the group. "It's been too quiet in the waters," she said. "Something's unsettling the balance." As the group debated, suspicion began to grow. The shadowy figure described by Santa sounded similar to Dogman, a cryptid known for his prowling nature. Bigfoot's tense silence and the Grinch's sarcastic comments only added to the unease. "We need to figure out who's behind this before we turn on each other," Santa said firmly. The Grinch and Bigfoot exchanged uneasy glances. They would need to work together to face this threat, but their mutual dislike simmered just beneath the surface. The Grinch grumbled as Santa paired them up to scout the forest. "Of all the furballs to get stuck with," he muttered. Bigfoot rolled his eyes. "Just don't slow me down, green guy."
Santa touched down in a sparkling drift. Grinch marched out dragging his misfit gift. Bigfoot loomed from the shadows of the trees. His deep voice growled, "What's trouble in the breeze?" The Grinch sneered sharp, his eyes aglow. "Bet it's your fault, furball stomping to and fro." Bigfoot's glare cut through the frosty air. "Watch your tongue, green guy, if you dare." It's Christmas in the clearing, tensions running high. Bigfoot and the Grinch locked in a cold-eyed fight. Will they solve the mystery or tear it all apart? The forest holds its breath and the night grows dark. Mothman landed, his wings a shiver. With eyes like flames, he made the group quiver. "It's not of this world," he said with dread. "Whatever's out there messes with your head." Frosty laughed, his pipe aglow. "Let's not lose our heads. It's Christmas, you know." But the Grinch and Bigfoot stood nose to nose, trading insults sharp as the icy snow. It's Christmas in the clearing, tensions running high. Bigfoot and the Grinch locked in a cold-eyed fight. Will they solve the mystery or tear it all apart? The forest holds its breath and the night grows dark. Santa raised his voice above the fray. "Enough of this fighting, there's no time to play." Kirk sleigh bells clash with eerie howls. The forest grows colder, the shadows prowl. Grinch's fingers clenched his tattered sack while Bigfoot's gaze swept the forest black. Santa called out, "Something stirs tonight. We need every hand to set this right." But the Grinch muttered, "It's a waste of time. This beast in the woods, it's one of his kind." Bigfoot stepped forward, his anger tight. "You talk too much, Grinch, don't pick this fight." Christmas in the clearing, tensions running high. Bigfoot and the Grinch locked in a cold-eyed fight. Will they solve the mystery or tear it all apart? The forest holds its breath and the night grows dark. As the shadows deepened and silence grew, the cryptids prepared for what they had to do. But the Grinch and Bigfoot stayed far apart, bound together only by mistrust in their hearts. It's Christmas in the clearing, tensions running high. Bigfoot and the Grinch locked in a cold-eyed fight. Will they solve the mystery or tear it all apart? The forest holds its breath and the night grows dark.
As they ventured deeper into the forest, tension between the two reached a boiling point. Bigfoot wanted to follow the tracks directly, using his strength to tear through the snowdrifts, while the Grinch insisted on using stealth and setting traps to narrow their search. "You don't get it, furball," the Grinch snapped. "Charging in like a bulldozer will just scare off whatever it is, or get us caught." Bigfoot growled, "And sneaking around like a rat will waste time. We don't have all night, green guy." The argument escalated until the Grinch, in a moment of frustration, blurted out, "What do you even know about saving Christmas? You've probably never been alone on a mountaintop, hated by everyone." Bigfoot froze. The bitterness in the Grinch's voice caught him off guard. "Is that what this is about?" Bigfoot asked softly. "Look, I get it. People are scared of me too. They think I'm a monster. But maybe we don't have to be what they expect us to be." The Grinch looked away, his usual bravado faltering. "It's not that easy." Bigfoot sighed. "Maybe not. But we're both here now, right? Let's just get through this and figure it out together." Reluctantly, the Grinch nodded. Bigfoot's attempt at kindness left him feeling uneasy, but it also made him curious. For the first time, he wondered if working together might not be so bad.
The Grinch sat low, feeling out of place, while Bigfoot danced with a smile on his face. Crowds were clapping, the forest alive. Bigfoot's groove made the party thrive. Grinch whispered, "Why's it always him? I try to join in, but they keep me dim. I'm green and grumpy, they push me aside, while Bigfoot's the star of this Yuletide ride." Bigfoot spun and caught his eye, said, "Come on, Grinch, don't be shy. You've got funk, you got soul, let's hit the beat, let's lose control." Oh, Bigfoot and the Grinch, what a team tonight. Oh, grooving in the forest under Christmas lights. Raise your hands, let the funk ignite. Bigfoot and the Grinch are feeling alright. Sing it loud, let the rhythm flow. Two funky legends in the falling snow. From the shadows to the spotlight glow, Bigfoot and the Grinch steal the show. Grinch took a step, a little unsure. Bigfoot cheered, "Come on, there's so much more." The beat kicked in, the Grinch let go, and the forest roared as his funk started to show. Critters clapped, the trees swayed tall. Bigfoot and Grinch had them all enthralled. The Grinch laughed loud, his heart ablaze, dancing through the night in a funky haze. Oh, Bigfoot and the Grinch, what a team tonight. Oh, grooving in the forest under Christmas lights. Raise your hands, let the funk ignite. Bigfoot and the Grinch are feeling alright. Sing it loud, let the rhythm flow. Two funky legends in the falling snow. From the shadows to the spotlight glow, Bigfoot and the Grinch steal the show. Now Grinch, don't you see, you've got the flair. That funky green fur is beyond compare. Together we're magic, a groove so tight. Let's light up this forest on Christmas night. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Grinch and Bigfoot side by side, bringing the funk with Yuletide pride. Bigfoot and the Grinch, what a team tonight. let the rhythm flow. Two funky legends in the falling snow. From the shadows to the spotlight glow, Bigfoot and the Grinch steal the show.
As they pieced together clues, strange footprints, broken branches, and scorch marks, they began to form a tentative partnership. By the time they stumbled upon an abandoned lair filled with scorch marks and strange chains, they were working as a team. The lair sent chills down their spines, and Bigfoot spoke in a low voice. "This doesn't feel right. Whoever's behind this, it's bigger than I thought." Meanwhile, back at the clearing, Frosty and Mothman had spotted movements in the skies and the forests. "Something's closing in," Mothman said gravely. Finally, the culprit revealed himself. Krampus, stepping out from the shadows, his chains clinking ominously. The group's suspicions of Dogman vanished as Krampus's sinister laughter echoed through the forest. "You fools think you can stop me?" he sneered. "Christmas has gone unchecked for far too long, and it's time for it to end."
Footprints in the snow, branches cracked and burned. Bigfoot and the Grinch, their rivalry adjourned. A lair in the woods, chains scorch and strange. Chills in the air, something dark deranged. Bigfoot rumble low, this ain't no game. Whoever's behind this is hunting with flame. Grinch clenched his sack, his heart still torn, but they pressed on, their mistrust reborn. Oh, the air grows heavy, shadows alive. The forest whispers, who will survive? Chains are rattling and darkness calls. The enemy's near, it's Krampus's thrall. Back at the clearing, Mothman peered, movements in the sky, Frosty feared, said whatever's coming, it's headed our way. The peace of Christmas won't last a day. Out of the shadows, Krampus appeared, chains clinking loud, every cryptid feared. His voice like thunder, his laugh a roar, said Christmas is over, there'll be joy no more. Bigfoot growled, this ain't your fight. Grinch cracked a grin, well, ain't that right? But deep down inside, they both could see this monster's plan was darker than they believed. Oh, the air grows heavy, shadows alive. The forest whispers, who will survive? Chains are rattling and darkness calls. The enemy's near, it's Krampus's thrall. Mothman shouted, the skies are alive. Frosty yelled, hold fast, we must survive. Now the wind howls, tension peaks, Krampus steps forward, his voice speaks. You think you're strong, but you'll all fall out, and Christmas and darkness will come. Grinch clenched his fist, Bigfoot stood tall. They didn't like each other, but they'd answer the call. Chains clashed like thunder, sparks filled the air as Krampus loomed larger, his eyes aglare. The clearing shook as the battle began, cryptid united, making their stand. Krampus roared, but they didn't retreat. The fight for Christmas burned with heat. Shadows alive, the forest whispers, who will survive? Chains are rattling and darkness calls. The enemy's near, it's
The Grinch and Bigfoot regrouped with the others, their newfound friendship bolstering their resolve. Santa laid out the battle plan. Bigfoot and the Grinch would lead the charge, their combined strength and cunning proving invaluable. Mothman's blinding flight patterns disoriented Krampus, while Frosty used his snow magic to freeze the chains Krampus wielded. Nessie unleashed waves of water, quenching the flames that licked at the cavern walls. But it was Santa who delivered the final blow. With a burst of magical energy from his staff, he channeled the collective goodwill and belief in Christmas from around the world. Krampus let out a deafening roar before vanishing into a puff of icy smoke. As dawn broke on Christmas Day, the group stood together, victorious. "Well," the Grinch said, brushing snow off his fur, "I'll admit that was a little fun." Bigfoot chuckled. "You're all right, Grinch." "Christmas is safe again," Santa said with a twinkle in his eye. "Thanks to all of you." The cryptids nodded, their usual secrecy set aside for this special night. As they disappeared back into their respective realms, they carried with them a newfound respect for the magic of Christmas and for each other. And so, the legends of Christmas and the cryptids of lore forged a bond that would last for generations, ensuring that no matter the threat, the spirit of Christmas would always prevail.
Santa called for help and they brought the heat. Bigfoot and the Grinch, side by side, joined by Nessie and Mothman with pride. Frosty froze the chains, Nessie drowned the flames. Mothman lit the skies in the hero's name. And when Krampus roared, the magic grew. Santa's staff shone bright, the light broke through. Oh, the legends unite. Christmas is alive. Together we fight. The spirit will survive. From the forest to the skies, let the joy ignite. Christmas is saved on this magical night. The Grinch said that was fun, I'll admit defeat. Bigfoot laughed, you're alright, green guy, while Santa's sleigh soared into the sky. When dawn broke through, the battle was done. Krampus was gone, Christmas had won. The cryptid stood tall, their bond was true. Legends and Christmas, something brand new. Santa waved goodbye with a twinkle and cheer. Thanks to all of you, it's the best day of the year. The Grinch smirked, Bigfoot gave a grin. This was one fight they were glad to win. Oh, the legends unite. Christmas is alive. Together we fight. The spirit will survive. From the forest to the skies, let the joy ignite. Christmas is saved on this magical night. From the snowy woods to the icy streams, legends prove Christmas is more than it seems. No matter the threat, they'll come from afar. Now the cryptids rest, their secrets intact, but their pact for Christmas will never retract. The Grinch, Bigfoot, Nessie, and Frosty too. Mothman in the skies, all heroes true. Santa's sleigh soared high, his voice rang clear. Merry Christmas to all and a Happy New Year. The forest hummed with the joyous refrain. The spirit of Christmas will always remain. All the legends unite. Christmas is alive. Together we fight. The spirit will survive. From the forest to the skies, let the joy ignite. Christmas is saved on this magical night. Oh, the legends unite. Christmas is alive. Together we fight. The spirit
legends appeared with magic and might. They kept Christmas bright. For the spirit of joy they'll always fight.